During a live stream spirit summoning session, I somehow connected with the richest man's son. But when he gave me a birth chart, something felt off. "Sir, you can't summon the soul of someone who's still alive." He laughed so hard he slapped the table. "That's my mother's birth chart. She's been dead for 2.5 years. The moment he said that, everyone in the live stream started roasting me, but I stayed calm. I took out a century-old turtle shell, placed 3 copper coins inside, and cast a reading. After seeing the result, I looked at him with pity. "She's on the 3rd basement level of your house and barely alive. You should hurry if you want to see her one last time." He laughed even harder. "My house only has 1 basement. I've shown it online, and all my followers know that. Don't scammers do their homework anymore? Go east from the 1st basement level until you reach the end. That's the entrance to B3. Go look if you don't believe me." Before I could finish, my live stream was flagged and shut down. I didn't care. I cashed out the carnival gift money and ordered myself some milk tea. Then I noticed my roommates gathered around a phone. I went over to see what was happening and spotted a familiar face. Wasn't that the guy who just gotten me banned? Jiang Wei, who's the streamer? Weidong, you don't know Guxing Yuan, the richest man's son? He's huge online. People call him Mad Dog Gu. He loves exposing fake streamers, reporting them and getting them banned. He just took down another scammer. It was hilarious. That scammer claimed he could summon spirits but couldn't even tell whether Guxing Yuan's mother was really dead. I tried defending myself. Maybe that streamer was actually telling the truth. All 3 of them shook their heads. They thought that was impossible. I looked at Jiang Wei's screen. Guxing Yuan was following my instructions and heading east through the 1st basement level. At the very end, he found a wall with a portrait of his mother hanging on it. Guxing Yuan held up his phone. "You all see this, right? There's a solid wall behind the portrait. There's no path to some 3rd basement level." The comments filled with boos. I patted Jiang Wei on the shoulder. "Tell him the stairs to B3 are behind the portrait." Jiang Wei refused. "Don't do this, man! I'm the one who's gonna get roasted!" When he kept hesitating, I grabbed his phone. By the time they reacted, I'd already sent the comment. Jiang Wei wailed, "Don't you know Mad Dog Gu hates people joking about his mother? He never got to see her before she died, and he even fell out with his father over it. He's going to destroy me." "He won't. Look." I pointed at the screen. Guxing Yuan returned to the portrait, moved it aside, and actually revealed a hidden door. The livestream instantly flooded with comments screaming, "Holy crap!" Guxing Yuan was stunned too. He stood frozen before the door for several seconds. Just as his fans urged him to open it, he suddenly ended the livestream. All 3 roommates turned toward me. "Talk! How did you know there was a door back there? Confess now or face the consequences." I rolled my eyes. Wasn't it obvious? The streamer said to go east until the end, so the door had to be behind the portrait. Right then, the delivery guy called to say my milk tea had arrived. I used the opportunity to escape downstairs. When I returned to the dorm, all 3 of them turned toward me at once. "While you were getting your order, your backup phone kept ringing, so I answered it. Guess who called? A scammer? Wrong. It was Guxing Yuan. He said you're the streamer called Lin Bei here. Then it was definitely a scam call. Why would Guxing Yuan call me? And who's Lin Bei here?" But apparently, there was no escaping my fate that day. Someone from the next dorm suddenly knocked on our door. "Weidong, Guxing Yuan is downstairs. He asked me to tell you he wants to meet. He says he won't leave until you come down." My roommates all stared at me. "And you said it wasn't you?" I hurried downstairs. The moment I arrived, Guxing Yuan walked over and dropped to his knees before I could even speak. "Dude, we can talk this out. I still have to show my face around campus. Don't ruin me. If you kneel like this, I'll be internet famous tomorrow." "Master, I misjudged you. I was ignorant and reported you, getting your account banned. Please forgive me and save my mother. Someone as powerful as you must have a way." I had no idea what Guxing Yuan had seen on B3, but he clung to me like I was his last lifeline. "I want to help, but I once swore before my founding master that if I ever broke our agreement, I'd be penniless and miserable for the rest of my life." Seeing the desperation in his eyes, I finally gave in. "I can save her, but it'll cost extra." I got into Guxing Yuan's car and followed him home. Before we even arrived, I saw thick black energy swirling above the mansion. It was yin energy, invisible to ordinary people. This was clearly more complicated than I'd expected. Seeing his mother's condition confirmed it. Guxing Yuan pointed at a coffin suspended in midair. "Master, my mother's inside." The coffin left me stunned. Only an evil cultivator would use something like this. Whoever set it up had also placed a Bagua illusion formation around the feng shui array, trapping those inside and keeping everyone else out. The longer I looked, the more tightly I frowned. Guxing Yuan said nervously, "My mother spoke to me earlier, but she was extremely weak. I wanted to get her out, but she said the person who created the formation would know the second I touched the coffin. She also said there's an extremely powerful zombie being raised here. If I face it, I'll definitely die. Master, name your price. I'll pay anything." I barely heard anything else he'd said, but that final sentence immediately caught my attention. "Everyone, you're my witnesses. I'm not ripping him off. He's the one who offered." I fought back a grin. "This is definitely complicated, but I can save her, and I'll even include aftercare. It'll just cost extra." Then I held up one finger. Guxing Yuan immediately understood. 100 million yuan? No problem, master. Please save my mother right now. Wait, what did he just say? I meant 1 million yuan. Is this how rich people think? I couldn't help chuckling. Mr. Gu, I'll set up a protective barrier around you. No matter what happens, do not step outside it. After securing Gu Xingyuan, I pulled a compass from my shoulder bag. To save his mother, I first had to break the formation, starting with its core. But when I took out the compass, its needle kept spinning toward the same direction. This was known as an abnormal needle, meaning an evil spirit was nearby. Just then, a zombie dressed in red suddenly appeared. I quickly pulled out a peachwood sword and thrust it forward. Just before the blade hit, it bent backward and dodged, then launched itself into the air. The next second, it dove straight at me. Before it could reach me, I grabbed a handful of beans from my bag and threw them at the red-clothed zombie. White smoke instantly poured from every spot the beans struck, making it unleash a piercing scream of pain. Now completely enraged, it glared at me with hatred and charged again without holding back.